Love, a four-letter word, overused and underappreciated. The meaning lost in a world of online dating and texts through telephones. Often used but openly misused, abused and refused, easily ignited but mostly diffused. It is a short word, easy to spell, difficult to define and impossible to live without. Love, we think about it, sing about it, dream about it, lose sleep worrying about it. When we don't have it, we search for it. When we discover it, we don't know what to do with it. When we have it, we fear losing it. It is the constant source of pleasure that have no ending and cannot be measured. Love? Well, yes. There are so many kinds. Regardless of economics, race, or status, people value love and recognize that love will shape what is good and true. And since our English word love is used so broadly, it is helpful to distinguish between the different types of love in order to gain a more precise understanding of the true biblical love. This can be easily accomplished because the New Testament was written in Greek and there are various Greek words for love. But in English, there's pretty much just one word for love. But many other languages have several different words for love, and they all mean something a little different. The Greek language distinguishes four different kinds of love: philia, eros, storge, and agape. So let us look at them individually. Our first love is philia. This word describes the type of love found in strong friendships. In relationships with philia, affection and support abounds, as well as a sense of equality. We recognize philia and its meaning from the name Philadelphia, that is, the city of brotherly love. This is the love of friendship, best friends, and the fellowship of being with those people you enjoy. Although philia is wonderful, it too is not reliable since it is also held captive by the sifting sands of situation as well as by ours and others' perceptions and expectations. Unfortunately, we probably all know of a friendship which waned or was severed because of time, distance, harsh words, and how someone interpreted another's actions, etc. So when the New Testament commends love, philia is not the word which is used. Our second love is eros. Oh no, I'm not talking about the Versace one, so don't get it twisted. The eros I'm talking about describes the type of love found in romantic relationships. Relationships with eros contain passion and intimacy. The best phrase in English to equal eros is being in love, and it's probably the first type of love that comes to mind when you think of your spouse. Though some might mistakenly put lust into the same category as eros, they're not the same things. Lust is not love in any way, it's the equivalent to wanting a woman, while eros is equivalent to wanting just one woman in particular. Eros is probably what most people mean when they announce with a smile, "I'm in love." This type of love covers everything from queasy stomachs and warm fuzzy feelings to strong sensual passion. There are a couple of very interesting characteristics about eros. First, in order to exist, eros is dependent upon the situation and circumstances. As long as a couple is enjoying a romantic situation, eros can thrive. But, as soon as hurtful words or actions appear, eros simply evaporates. Secondly, eros is also held captive to each person's perception. For example, if someone perceives a particular quiet evening dinner with candles to be romantic, eros will thrive. However, passion becomes squashed for someone whenever he or she interprets the current situation to be undesirable. Eros thus grows strong and then wastes away based upon our perceptions. Although eros at times might make us feel like we are on cloud nine, it cannot provide a reliable basis for building a deep and meaningful relationship since it is so fickle and dependent upon perception and circumstances. Because of such things as accidents, diseases, and the fact that someone can choose to doubt or despise you regardless of your actions, it is clear that we cannot determine how others will perceive us, nor are we masters of our own circumstances. Although eros is exhilarating, this is not the biblical word used for love. Our third love is storge. This word describes the type of love found in family relationships. Storge involves empathy and affection, as well as compassion. Once you got married, you graduated from just lovers and friends to family as well. United as spouses, you formed your own family, and all the features that come along with that type of relationship. Once kids come into play, this type of love takes up more of the spotlight. He's your husband, but he's also your children's father, and vice versa. Storge means working together as parents to raise the best family you can and support each other as father and mother. Although this is the first place we find what we believe is love, it is sad to say that this kind of love too don't matter how wonderful it may be. It too is not reliable, since it is also held captive by the sifting sands of situation as well as by ours and others' perceptions. Haven't you seen brother go against brother, likewise sister against sister, and family against family, etc.? So this also couldn't be the love the Bible commends either. And our fourth and final love is agape. The beauty of agape, unlike the previous three types of love, agape is not limited to being held hostage by its environment and someone's perception. The reason why agape can soar above these is because it is based upon the commitment of a decision. It entails the decision to proactively seek someone's well-being. Since it is not a knee-jerk reaction, nor just a responsive feeling to how I've been treated, agape is capable of acting in a hostile environment where there are no warm fuzzy feelings. For example, Jesus' teaching that we should love our enemies is intended to show the boundless nature of the Christian commitment toward seeking another's well-being. Those who love Jesus will do what Jesus taught. John 14 verse 15 and 23. If a person has material resources and the love of God within his heart will take care of his brother who is in need. 1 John 3 verse 17. If it were not enough that the proactive nature of agape love has the power to rise above its environment, it can also empower passion and friendship. When we act toward each other with agape love, this creates the loving environment in which philia, eros, and storge can thrive. Problems can also be prevented by responding out of agape love, while the power of agape love works at nurturing the growth of the other forms of love. Jesus taught his disciples that the world would know that they are his people if they would show love toward one another. John 13 verse 35. So if the cause isn't love, it doesn't worth the sacrifice. For a letter from the heart may never be judged or graded, for it is the masterpiece of one's love. For there is a miracle called love that dwells within the heart, and you don't know how it happens, or when it even starts. But the happiness it brings you always gives a special lift, and you realize that love is God's special gift. So don't be stingy with it. For giving love, we become magnets of love. The love we give away is the only love we keep. This is the miracle that happens every time to those who really love. The more they give, the more they possess. Love does not claim possession, but gives freedom. You give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. A wise lover values not so much the gift of the lover as the love of the giver. The only gift is a portion of thyself. If you give your life as a wholehearted response to love, then love will wholeheartedly respond to you. For agape, love lights more fire than hate can extinguish. For agape love is sometimes denied, sometimes lost, sometimes unrecognized, but in the end, always found with no regrets, forever valued and kept treasured. For agape love is not a matter of counting the years, but making the years count. Agape love is always bestowed as a gift freely, willingly, and without expectations. We don't love to be loved, we love to love. This love of which I speak of is slow to lose patience. It looks for a way of being constructive. It is not possessive, it is neither anxious to impress, nor does it cherish inflated ideas of its own importance. Agape love has good manners, and does not pursue selfish advantage. It is not touchy. It does not keep account of evil or gloat over the wickedness of other people. On the contrary, it is glad with all good men when truth prevails. Agape love knows no limit to its endurance, no end to its trust, no fading of its hope. It can outlast anything. It is, in fact, the one thing that still stands when all else has fallen. Love is of God, and God is love, for he is the creator of love, the greatest demonstrator of love. I'm talking about everlasting love. Yes, it is the lasting love. For greater love hath no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. John 15 verse 13. It was once more another eye-opening hope. Remember to subscribe, like, share and comment, because your voice makes a difference. Thank you for watching. Peace.